guys, it's Stacy from True Spirit Counseling, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about our insecurities and accepting ourselves. I've really noticed since I started making these videos that when I watch them back, I'm really hard on myself. I'm like, gosh, look at my neck. I never realized it looked like that, you know? Maybe I should wear like a turtleneck, or maybe I should not ever wear necklaces because they'll just draw attention to my neck. And then I was like, who cares? You know, I don't want to be that kind of person that is always worrying about how they look and they're like self-conscious all the time. And that's not a fun person to be around. And so now when I rewatch the videos before I put them on YouTube, I'm trying to watch them with love, you know, like I'm my own friend, and trying not to be too hard on myself. So I also realized that the people that I like to watch on YouTube or that I like to follow on Instagram, they're the people that are not perfect. They're people that are real and authentic and funny and maybe don't take themselves too seriously. So I don't know, it's just something I've been thinking about. Like, there are some things that you have control over and maybe you do want to change about yourself. For example, my teeth. You know, I've always been insecure about my teeth, and the opportunity came up this year. I'm 43 years old and just got the opportunity to get braces. And I had a lot of people telling me, oh, why do you even care at this point? You're in your 40s. I wouldn't worry about it. And it was a very personal decision that I had to make on my own. And I know myself better than anyone else knows. And sure, to them, teeth aren't a big deal, but to me, they're a big deal. And it's something I had control over and that I could do something about, so I chose to. But at the same time, if I didn't have the opportunity to do something about it, I think I could have changed my thought process to try to be more accepting of that part of me, because it's just something you can't change. Another thing that I've always been self-conscious about would be my voice. And that's because in jobs that I've worked before, say I was in charge of a project, or I was trying to lead a large meeting, or I would be on a phone call, a conference call, my voice doesn't really command respect that much. Sometimes I sound a little bit like a 12-year-old, and also when I get nervous, my voice gets pretty high. And you know, I've always hated that. I've always felt insecure about that. Well, then I found out that in counseling, or as a yoga teacher, or leading a meditation, that my voice is perfect for that, because it helps people relax. And not everyone has to have a strong, powerful voice. So I kind of figured out later in life how to use my voice. And now I'm okay with it. It's very personal as far as our insecurities, you know. There's a thin line. If there's something you want to fix and you have the power to do it, it's your choice and you can choose to do it. But you can also choose to accept things about yourself. I mean, as long as it's in your control and it's your choice. One of the people that I like on YouTube and on Instagram is Tabitha Brown, and I just love her. I love her energy, and she's just very kind, and I like the message she has. But one of the funny things is, like, she'll call her hair Donna. Her hair has a name, and she'll be on there like, Donna's out of control today. one of my friends that struggles with anxiety, she decided to name her anxiety. So she's like, Ned just won't leave me alone. And sometimes it's, if you name your insecurities, it kind of makes it to where you can laugh at yourself, not take it so seriously, and you can accept that as part of who you are and just move on, you know? So it's all about perspective, as we've talked about in the past. You can be self-critical, you can have that internal dialogue constantly telling yourself that you're not enough, or you can be your own best friend and you can change that dialogue. The thing I find interesting is, like with my clients, the people that come in that I think are just gorgeous and how could they have any problems at all are the ones that are the most insecure. And if you think about it, who do you want to be friends with? Do you want to be friends with someone that's perfect, that looks perfect, that acts perfect and never does anything wrong? Or do you want to be friends with someone who is authentic, who can laugh at themselves, who is secure in who they are even with all their faults? That's the person I'd want to be friends with. Because guess what? Perfect is boring. Perfect is boring, and normal is boring. And I don't want to be boring, you know? So as I'm sitting here looking at myself, I'm preaching to the choir right now, you know? I'm talking to me. Stop saying such mean things to yourself. Be your own best friend. Don't sit there looking at your neck, trying to judge, you know, oh my gosh, I don't look perfect. So what? Nobody cares. You just learning to have compassion for yourself, stopping the approval seeking behaviors is important. Start approving of yourself. Sometimes that even means having to parent yourself. Let's say you didn't get a lot of approval from your parents or your family growing up. You may have to retrain yourself to have that internal dialogue and just tell yourself that you're a good person and that you're doing a good job and that you are enough just as you are. Self-acceptance, to me, it means embracing all parts of yourself, not just the perfect parts. Stop judging yourself and don't let it be conditional, like, I'll be happy when I lose 20 pounds. No, self-acceptance is accepting who you are, good and bad. So yeah, I'm gonna work on it and you guys work on it, but we need to stop the negative self-talk. Learn to be your own best friend, learn to love yourself, because guess what? You are the person you will spend time with from the minute you're born until the minute you die. So you may as well learn to like that person. All right, so just something to think about here on Self-Care Sunday, and I'll see you again in 1 week. Take care.